5.5 minutes to go before the half-time break. I've got to say, I think Raymond Mdaka, South African coach, would be delighted if his side can get to half-time at 0-0, given the flow of the game. Rapu gets the ball on the near side, tries to play a 1-2, but doesn't quite come off. Megana plays the ball inside. Eyuma spreads the ball left for Nigeria. Swifter passing from the Nigerians, finding holes in the defence. Timber again under pressure. Nigeria back in possession again. Koro pressing very high, the fullback. After a couple of little nibbles, the free kick taken quickly by Jefta. Swung in, 3 men to aim at. Played out, but only as far as a white shirt. Bit of a lunge from Kakana. Referee waves play on. Ball came to Megana, but a bit of a wild slash at that one, did the 16-year-old. So there are a number of players in this Nigerian side will still be eligible for the next 2000. Ebenezer Harcourt, just 15 years old. Strong play in midfield, very nice play indeed from Elise. Trying to cut through the Nigeria. Elise pressuring the ball, eventually losing his footing and giving away the foul. Offside flag going up anyway ahead of that challenge coming in on Tato Sabia. Clearly off. Clumsy, nothing else. Strong defensive header from Megari. Malangu gets the ball back in play. That's a poor throw. Basics here from South Africa. Needs a bit of concentration. Rapu plays the ball in now for Sabia. South Africa coming forward, winning a free kick now about 35 or so metres out. Probably just about out of range for a direct attempt at goal. We've got a Nigerian player on the ground. That's Bahaba Megari. All skills from Madiba. Doesn't have many chances to show those skills so far, though. The number 13, South Africa. Well, our statistics still showing them having nearly 45% of possession, but it's been mostly nervy passing around at the back, but a lot of it in their own third of the pitch for South Africa. Very little possession in attacking areas. Neo Rapu with a chance here to put a decent ball in on this set piece. A little surprised not to see more South African players going forward for these set pieces, you know. Again, just 4 players up. It's not exactly ambitious, this. Jefta winning the ball in the air. Smith tries to head the ball back into the 6-yard box. So the offside flag stays down for the moment. Looks a little bit suspicious against Malangu. A bit more bite from South Africa in the midfield. Too much bite, says the referee. Kakana could be in trouble here. Timberforce put that one out for a Nigeria throw under pressure. Into the final minutes of this first half. Nigeria have been on top for most of it. South Africa really struggling.
Sometimes life gets so hard, you can get so.
Pour le Nigeria, c'est quand même bien meilleur. Avec ce centre, ouf, ça passe pas loin. Oh, ça passe pas loin, cette frappe enroulée du gauche de Megana, mais Fletcherlo était sur la trajectoire. C'est bien ce qu'il a fait parce qu'il faut vraiment à un moment donné tenter le tout pour le tout et frapper. On va revoir cette action. Ah, il se met bien sur son pied gauche, il a bien ouvert le pied. Et là, ça passe au ras du poteau. Ouais, peut-être un petit peu plus loin qu'au ras du poteau, mais en tous les cas, c'était pas très loin pour Megana d'aller trouver une bonne solution. Récupération sud-africaine, encore une fois, avec un temps additionnel qui est pratiquement atteint. On va certainement attendre la fin de cette action sud-africaine pour pouvoir siffler du côté de l'arbitre avec Rapou qui peut centrer, mais qui rate complètement Idévis. Rapou et ce ballon qui va sortir. Et certainement, voilà, aboutir sur le coup de sifflet de cette première période, avec une domination du Nigeria assez sensible au niveau des occasions en tous les cas, mais elles n'ont pas été transformées. Ça veut dire tout simplement que cette équipe sud-africaine tient le coup, elle tient face à cet adversaire qui est favori de par son passé. Je vous le disais, si le Nigeria passe, ce sera une 10e finale. C'est un record dans cette CAN U20. Et le Nigeria qui se rassemble avant de rentrer au vestiaire pour pouvoir peut-être un petit peu débriefer et s'encourager pour ne rien lâcher en seconde période autour de son capitaine et pas seulement, avec leur gardien aussi Harcourt.
Alors, retour donc.
Statistics, the possession stats, somewhat misleading really. A lot of that South African possession in and around their own area, but not exactly in control either, constantly under pressure from the Nigerian press and really failing to play out from the back. They've played a few long balls out from the back so far. They've been a bit more successful, but they want to play the ball on the ground and they've not been able to do that in the opening 45. South Africa, Nigeria presented with possession on a number of occasions, so far failing to take full advantage. So goalless at half-time at the Suez Canal Authority Stadium here in Ismailia. Everything to play for. Of course, a precious place in the final within the 20 African Cup of Nations coming up in the second half.
Calling all migrant workers in the Emirates. Unlock new income opportunities with Olim Trade.
Teams emerged into a mild afternoon here in Ismailia at the Suez Canal Authority Stadium for the first of the two semi-finals, the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. Seven-time champions Nigeria in white against South Africa, looking for a first final appearance since 1997, and Nigerians very much on top in the opening 45 minutes of this one. South Africa really failing to play the ball out from the back on a number of occasions. Nigeria, and more specifically the Nigerian press, very much on top throughout the first half. Just lacking a cutting edge in and around the air at the moment. Parobo Ariehi, the number 9 for Nigeria, leading the line. Lacking a little bit of composure on that previous finish. Just before the break, a lovely shot coming in from Tahir Migana. His first start of the competition just missed the upright. Half-time, Nigeria 0, South Africa 0. The Nigerians very much on top and pressing for a place in yet another final. For South Africa, work to be done in the dressing room ahead of the second half.
Choose your trader. Choose your deposit amount.
Cricket Stadium here in Ismailia.
Get what you need fast with the Amazon app. Download now.
Get ready for the second half of this first of two semi-finals in the under-20. Nigeria, the 7-time champions, on top for most of that first half. South Africa not really figuring out the conundrum set in front of them in the opening 45. Barely laying a glove really on the Flying Eagles in that first half, but somehow they got to half-time at 0-0. All to play for in the second half. Now, have any changes been made, I wonder, especially by South African coach Raymond Ndaka? Doesn't look like it, at least for the moment. But they're going to have to change something. They can't continue to play the way they have in that first half, or they're simply not going to get anywhere. So back underway then here in Ismailia. South Africa 0. Kicking from left to right in this second half. Nigeria, 7-time champions, all in white, having dominated the opening 45. However, an early opportunity here for South Africa with the corner. Need to show a bit more ambition from set pieces as well, South Africa. Look at that, just 4 players in the box to attack the set piece. Unlikely to win the ball doing that. As it is, the header back in from Smith, headed away from the edge of the 6-yard box. Now Nigeria can play on the counter-attack, can they? No, they can't quite. All picked up deep in the left channel. Elise tries to lay a pumped pass there. 2 players trying to make the run in behind, but now brilliant pass through midfield, cuts through everything. Ball, though, laid off by Madiba. One back, though, by South Africa. No width, though, on this near side. Again, struggling to get players into attacking places. Timber, though, going past one. The ball then just shepherded out to play by Okoro. Timber able to get past, I think it was Alabi, but Okoro coming across. Langu has taken a knock. It's on the top of the left foot. There is coach Ndaka. To say, a little surprised that there weren't any changes made at half-time. Got to change something. South Africa. Smith winning the ball in the air. And doing well on the intercept as well. Kakana plays the ball into midfield. Now spread over onto that left-hand side. But again, there's just no natural width to this side at the moment. The back four very much playing as a back four. Even if that ball had been picked up by Rapu over on that far side, he'd have been very much on his own, and now Nigeria can come forwards. That's a brilliant bit of defending, though, from Sabia. Not retaining the ball up top, though. Nigeria back on the attack. Elise hasn't quite seen his usual trademark runs from midfield. At least not in the first half. Jefta. Okoro whips the ball in, headed away by Smith. Long run up here from Okoro. Long throw too, headed away from near the penalty spot. Nigeria picking up the loose ball. Nice footwork from Ayuma. Lays the ball off, shot chipped in, but no real venom on that, and an easy catch for Lowe. Again, they do this against South Africa. It hasn't worked throughout the first half, this playing it short out at the back. Quick ball over the top of the press seems to be the better option at the moment. Malangu. Gives the ball to Timber to take the throw on this near side. Madiba again, forced back by the pressing. Flipped on by Malangu. Hacked clear by the Nigerian defence. Ariyehi making a nuisance of himself, eventually cleared by Nkwali. Given away though by Madiba. Jefta, nice ball into the channel. Elise making that run beyond the last man. Elise tricks himself to the floor. Difficult for Smith to get to the ball though, because Elise's head was in the way. Tricks himself. Then he laid down and got in the way. I think that's what the foul is for. Why the whistle went at least.
I live abroad. I think about my family back home every day. I often send them money to help them with everyday expenses and make sure they have what they need.
Ball put out of play and, well, goalkeeper Ebenezer Harcourt, who was nowhere near. The ball has gone down. I think he's going to be substituted off here. This is going to be a first appearance of the tournament for Ajia Yakub. Now, is that something to do with that collision just before the end of half-time on the left elbow of the goalkeeper? So Ajia Yakub, 20 years of age, European-based. So, coming on, Precious Benjamin as well. So 2 changes, one of them forced. Obviously, they've decided to give Harcourt the time after half-time to see how he is. He hadn't even touched the ball before they decided to take him off. There's also been a change as well with Divine Elise, actually, a little bit surprisingly, the man taken off to be replaced. By Benjamin. They play in a sort of a second striker role. First penalty in the penalty shootout against Senegal to Benjamin. Well, hopefully for Harcourt at least, that's not the end of his tournament. Such a promising goalkeeper, just 15 years of age. Really shone in the quarter-final. Will he be fit for Sunday's final, if indeed Nigeria get that far? Oh, Madiba, 50 minutes into his tournament debut, gets the hook. Jody Ashene coming on in his place. And Shaquille April also coming on. Immediately moved out to the right-hand side. I think he is on. For Ithlaka, indeed he is. So like for like there. April got the winning goal against Tanzania on match day 2 in the group. Nigeria coming forwards with Jefta. Jefta stabs the ball inside. Benjamin, well, had room for the shot on the left foot. Ooh, now that could be a first booking in the game coming up here for Bemeye. No yellow card, in fact. Not much in the way of contact. Contact there was, though. Long ball over the top, attempting to be got it back into a teammate there from Ashen. Well, let's see what difference those substitutes make. Could be a little bit of uncertainty at the back for Nigeria. Certainly you'd think if you're South Africa, you'd try and ping a couple of shots into the keeper. He's been sat on the bench the whole tournament so far. Nigeria with the player down, but continuing to play. Smith with the clearance, but only as far as Ayuma. Ayuma now spreads the play out to the right. Lovely ball and an encouraging first touch, and good defending in the end from Sabia. Oh, given away in the final third again. Laid off by Ariehi. And a foul on Sabia as he put himself on the line defensively. South Africa getting away with it again at the back there, giving the ball away. Deep in their own half. They've done that far too much. They're, in my opinion, certainly lucky to still be on level terms here. Nigeria again pressing the attack. Alabi. Three men waiting in the area. Man on the overlap as well arrives.
المال لا يسقط من السماء. عليك التركيز والعمل من أجله. لكننا نعيش في
Decides against the long throw this time. Shot coming in from 40 metres. I don't think it was supposed to be a pass like that. Minutes into this second half, still goalless in this first of two semi-finals today in this under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. Kakana now turns in the centre circle, finds April in space on this near side. April quickly closed down. Good play from Ayuma to win the ball in midfield. Now Jefta, options left and right. Jefta still comes forward. Benjamin turns his run. Jefta with the ball in close to the penalty spot. Cleared. Ayuma a little bit too physical on Ashene. That'll be a free kick for South Africa. Won the ball, but it's of no use if you've barged your opponent in the back to get it in the first place. Ashene doing well to lay the ball off. The ball down the line not particularly good, but then South Africa quickly win the ball back. Ashene again, this time wins himself a free kick. Retain the ball there. He's got width on this near side. Timber cuts inside. He's got April inside him. Instead, Timber lets fly. Unable to keep that effort on target, though. Kakana as well to play the ball out of a tight space. Laid off, but given away in midfield. Immediately given back to South Africa. Smith shepherding that ball back to Lowe. The goal kick taken quickly. April, though, turns into trouble. The ball won by Okoro. Characteristically slack pass from the Nigerian midfield as we hit the hour mark here in Ismailia. Yuma, man penalised. Shane doing his job at the moment, winning a few free kicks at the very least for South Africa. Now long ball over to that far side, the defence. Whoa! That's a little bit jittery at the back. Jakob, I think that's his first touch, you know, as Jakob since coming on. Neo Rapu stays down, but the defender and the goalkeeper between them allowing the ball to bounce and inviting all sorts of trouble there. Have another closer look at this one. Yeah, the keeper and the defender leaving it for each other. Oh, and the keeper just landing on the back of Rapu's Achilles by the looks of it. That's going to hurt. Full weight, and I think tailbone as well, coming down on the back of the ankle, the Achilles area. Hopefully Rapu will be okay. Always worry with contact to the Achilles. Delicate part of the body, difficult to heal properly as well. Last thing you need is a young player. It's an Achilles injury. South Africa under pressure, trying to play the ball out, and again coughing up possession. Jefter now. Two men on him does well to get the ball to Okoro. Yuma into space on that right-hand side now. Gari back into a Yuma. South Africa doing well to close down the passing lanes at the moment. Now, cross-field ball towards Jefter. Gets the flick on as well for Okoro. Okoro gets past one, runs into the area, goes past another Okoro, fizzes the ball across goal, picks out a pass to the far post. And well, too many touches from Megana. Couldn't get the ball out from under his feet and get the shot off. Slightly different first touch. That could have been very different. There's the handball, in fact, against Megana. Nice play, but then the pass not great for April. Jefter. Benjamin back to Jefter again. Jefter looks up, he's got white shirts with him in the area, slips over, not the first time he's done that. Well, not the first player to have done that in that area of the pitch. Eventually put out for a Nigeria throw. South Africa under pressure again. Okoro will come up and take this, he does have. Good long throw on him. Takes a huge run up though. Not sure how many stadia would give you that amount of space. Cutting back inside was Labi. Was expecting the run from Mashone, but didn't quite come to fruition. Touch there from Kakana. Nice turn. Good strength from Mashane. Now he brings the ball over halfway, finds a good pass out to that left-hand side, and suddenly South Africa flooding forwards here. Kakana on the ball. Nigeria just out of shape for a moment, but now there's some space in behind for South Africa. Needs to look up, pick out the cross, the deflection. nearly beating the keeper at his near post. It goes out for a corner. Better from South Africa. Nia Rapu, it was getting in behind. Ashley Jakob, he's only had a couple of touches so far. They've both been nervy ones. Not easy to come off the bench after spending a whole tournament sitting things out. Now, more changes from Nigeria. Amal and Rickson Mendos coming on. Tahir Magana and Clinton Jefter. Two players withdrawn. Dami Amal, I think, will probably play out on the left. Defending.
Hello? I have no. Hello? Hello?
Doesn't get to it, and there's the opener. Ashley Jakob, the substitute keeper, came for the ball, didn't get there. And it's Tylon Smith, the centre-back. Steered his header goalwards, the keeper nowhere to be seen. That goes down as a goalkeeping error, I'm afraid, and against the run of play throughout the match, somehow South Africa take the lead. See how much it means for Tylon Smith. His first goal of the competition. Well, well. Can't help but wonder if that would have happened with Ebenezer Harcourt still out on the pitch or not. Corner came in, headed away by Chukwu. And a high ball just floated to the back post. The keeper tried coming miles, got nowhere near the ball. Absolutely nowhere near. He had no need either. There was a defender with Smith there who left it because he gets a call from the keeper. Oh, what are Nigeria going to do now? Second assist, by the way, for Nia Rapu. Oh, and a chance for Nigeria. But they just made a couple of changes, Nigeria. I wonder about the wisdom, really, of making those changes while defending a set piece. It normally wouldn't really do that. Get the set piece out of the way first, then make those changes. But I don't think the substitutions had anything to do with Jakob wandering off his line, nowhere near the ball. And really, the goal, I mean, it was a good header from Smith, but it really goes down as a goalkeeping error. Decoro with the inadvertent handball. Nice turn. Oh, good strength as well from Malangu. Has he got himself a free kick here? I think he has as well. Good forward play there. Being robust, refusing to be shoved off the ball, using his strength. Oh, another set piece. Just over 20 minutes to go, plus stoppages in this first semi-final. South Africa, they've been second best for most of this game, but somehow they find themselves a goal to the good here. Nigeria perhaps unlucky with their Harcourt picking up that injury just before the break, eventually being replaced just after half-time. The free kick taken quickly and only just wide. Jakob, though, this time aware to the danger. Shaquille April it was, trying to catch everyone by surprise. Nice little routine off the training ground, that actually. Making it look like they were still discussing it while another man takes the free kick. Shene is barging into Rickson from behind. Rickson goes down again, this time gets nothing from the referee. A little bit of space now opening up for South Africa, and they're a very dangerous team on the counter-attack, you know. Here is April, swings the ball into the far post, space, volleyed back in. Malangu just has the ball taken off his toes. Nice ball inside. Alabi now on the flag has stayed down. Here's Ariehi. Ariehi can't get past Smith, then drags down the South African surely, and that'll be a free kick for South Africa. Sabia charged up by that play from his centre-back. Ariehi staying down. Nigeria have used 4 of their 5 substitutions. Looks like he's fallen awkwardly on his arm, maybe. Or forearm, wrist. Well, it's nothing to do with Smith. That's for certain. Not quite sure what Ariehi's problem is here. Certainly didn't seem to be any untoward contact from Smith. Didn't land on an outstretched limb from Smith either. Another look at the goal. Swung in off his weak right foot from Rapu. The keeper came a long, long way. And as I say, I mean, no. So a defensive error from the Flying Eagles. First goal of the tournament for Tylon Smith. And all of a sudden, Nigeria on the back foot here since the goal. South Africa have taken confidence from that. That attack comes to nothing though, and all of a Precious Benjamin cuts inside. Evades one challenge. Telegraphed ball across midfield. Kakana with the intercept. Maku inside his own half. Nice little 1-2. Rapu back to Sabia. A little bit too much on that pass. A little bit too intricate perhaps from South Africa, but they've gotten away with it. Ashene in the centre circle now. Into April in space on this near side. Eventually gets to the pitch, the ball tries to whip one in. Okoro gets a deflection on that, and Jakob happy to pick that one up. And now space for Nigeria over on that far side. The game beginning to stretch now as we head into the final quarter of an hour or so of the game. It's been a long tournament, games every 3-4 days. Nice nutmeg, and then the pass in behind the runner. Bent his run to go between the full-back and centre-back. The pass went behind him. Here's the goal scorer, Smith. Back to Lowe. It's not the best of balls out. Coming back with interest in a moment, and then the shot whiffling just past the upright from Amal. Now changes, well, final change then for Nigeria. Oh well, Ibrahim coming on. Suleiman Alabi coming off, like for like substitution, fresh legs in midfield for Nigeria. 19-year-old Ibrahim comes on. Scored the winner against Tunisia in their first group game. Seems like an age ago now. South Africa really seem to have taken confidence from that goal. Starting to find a few ways of being able to play their way out from the back finally. Putting some passing phases together as well. Free kick taken short. Now lofted long towards Benjamin. Smith. Well, got contact on it, but only succeeded in heading the ball backwards. Nearly put his defence in trouble. South Africa getting the throw on this near side. Flicked on by April. And foul on Bamei from Malangu. Still putting himself about up there. High ball, not dealt with by Smith this time. No attempt to play the ball at all there from Okoro. You could be in trouble here. Odinaka Okoro. Well, that's a yellow card. And Okoro will be suspended for either the final or the third, fourth place match, whichever Nigeria qualify for here. He was booked in the quarter-final against Senegal. He's been booked here as well. All a bit unnecessary, really. Maku, I mean, he was going nowhere. He was being pushed wide, and Okoro. Of course, these players are a little bit inexperienced, and Okoro showing that inexperience there. Really didn't need to come across and do that. Sometimes you have to take one for the team, but I don't think that was one of those occasions. There was no real apparent danger. I mean, look where the free kick is. Okoro now misses the next match. Could be the final if Nigeria managed to come from behind here and find a way into that final.
Follow your order live with the Amazon app. To get started, just download the app.
Hendrickson having a bit of rough and tumble. First booking of the tournament for Maku. It was just a little bit of nothing there between the two after a bit of a clash. Quite sure how you decide that one man gets yellow carded and one doesn't there, to be honest. Looks like 6 of one, half dozen of the other. More than anything, now a chance from the set piece for Nigeria. 12 minutes to go. The ball lofted long towards the area. Smith comes to it, gets a towering header on it. Bamei keeps the ball in play. Does he? No, he doesn't. Then out for a South Africa throw. Timber with a long throw down the line. Malangu tried to head that one back in to the danger area, and the ball comes back in again. The keeper stays on his line this time, and then the ball taken off the toes of Ashene. He looked to turn that one across the 6-yard box. Important intervention from Chukwu. Will be a corner here for South Africa. Can't see them committing to... Oh, not a corner for South Africa. Must have been an offside flag. Beg your pardon. Nigeria really have lost their edge since the goal went in for South Africa. Haven't really done much at all coming forwards. All chipped over the top. Well defended by Timber as well to turn and get the ball out in time as well. Now Ashene can turn, and there's 3 men up here for South Africa. The ball put out to Malangu on this near side. Not the best of passes, but they just about get away with it, South Africa. Still in possession. Now April on this near side. Koro into a Yuma. Yuma's side steps the first challenge, good ball in. Shot comes in, beaten away by Lowe. It was a Mo. Curled that one down to the goalkeeper's left. And Lowe, who's made, coming into these semi-finals, made more saves than any other keeper in the competition. Made another one there. 19 saves he made in the first 4 games with Fletcher Lowe. The worry there for South Africa was that it had been that Amol was afforded so much space just outside their penalty box. Foul from April. Daniel Bemei, full international by the way, Bemei. 19 years of age now, he's only 17 when he got a handful of caps. The full Nigerian team. Crucial member of this squad as well. Ayuma, crossfield ball, good. Header out by Nakwali. Couldn't quite stop the ball going out of play though on that far side. Quickly back in play now from Nigeria. Nicely chested down, but unable to find a teammate. Chukwu in from behind on Malangu. Well, he should be fine. There wasn't much in the way of contact there. It's clipped from behind. I think he was looking for his chewing gum. Good strong play from April. Good second favourite to get to that ball ahead of Okoro. But then was doubled up on and eventually ran into traffic despite the nutmeg. South Africa this time winning the ball higher up the pitch. Say Jody Ashene, since he's been brought on, buzzing around in a sort of secondary striker role. That's shown good balance actually with him in behind Malangu, using his physicality up top. But now Nigeria come forwards. Rickson swings the ball in, oh, it just evades too. And here's a third with the shot. Driven wide by Ibrahim. 7 minutes to go now. Nigeria chasing the game. Doing well to dig out the cross. It just evaded Benjamin and Amol. Ibrahim picking it up on the D.
Choose your trader. Choose your deposit amount. Choose how much.
Sabia defending. Nagari a little bit too present with the challenge on the South African captain, Leo Rapu. Latest of the chances for Nigeria. I think fair to say that Lowe had that one covered at that height. He's always slicing wide. Feels like Nigeria have lost a bit of composure since falling behind. Ball chipped over the top, the bounce though. Evading Ariehi. Remember, Nigeria have played all 5 of their substitutions now. South Africa still have, I think, 3 substitutions available. As April eventually bundled off the ball by Okoro, illegally so though, says the linesman. The referee agrees. It was the wrong side of the ball, wasn't he? April made sure to keep his body in the way. A little bit clumsy, to say the least. Set piece for South Africa. 4 players in the box, goes long to the back post. The keeper comes for it, gets it. The second attempt this time. Looking for options to move the ball quickly now. And that's intercepted before it reaches Okoro. April has been a pest on this right-hand side since coming on for Lethlaku. Gives away the free kick this time. This is all draining time, precious seconds off the clock as far as Nigeria are concerned. Quite sure how that was a foul from April, actually. What's he supposed to have done here? Just shoulder to shoulder with Okoro coming in on him. And Okoro sort of goes to ground and half trips him up. Well, it didn't look like that was a foul in either direction. It's just not the composure now in this Nigerian midfield. It's all a little bit too hasty. The Flying Eagles. That kept in play. Yes, it was from Amo. Good defending from Timber. Long throw from Okoro. Header from Smith. Helped away at the back post. Everyone behind the ball for South Africa. Now they can try and press out. The ball goes all the way back to Jakob, the substitute goalkeeper. Benjamin wins the header. Smith just smashes it clear. Pretty much at that stage of the game now, aren't we, for South Africa? Don't take any chances at the back, and now Benjamin has got in behind, gets down to the byline, cuts back, puts the ball into the back post. The header comes in, beaten away by Smith, fired back in. The shot blocked in the 6-yard box. The shot came in from Rickson, I think, at that far post, and all of a sudden Nigeria with their tails up. Another ball comes into the area, and it's Yuma always leaning back and levering that one over the crossbar. Better from Nigeria. Precious Benjamin it was. Good ball in, the header from Ayuma, well beaten away by Smith. And well, the shot coming in actually blocked by Sibiya. His arms appear to be across his chest. So even if it has hit his arm.
التداول على الحساب التجريبي. ابدأ في كسب المال الحقيقي.
For arguing with the officials. Possibly because of that previous free kick, which didn't look like a free kick at all. Footballers will argue that with the officials, even though they know they shouldn't. This is not what South Africa need, a player being stretchered off at this time in the game. They do have substitutes available, though. Definitely don't want the defender down. So Tato Sabia. That's the initial save from Smith. The header from Ayuma, then the shot came in just after that was blocked by Sabia, which is the reason why he went down. Should be back on the pitch by now. Of added time here for Nigeria to try and get back on level terms. 4 minutes to keep their championship hopes alive. South Africa, 4 minutes away from a first final in this competition in 28 years. And yes, it is a bit nail-biting, isn't it? So this was the preceding passage of play. They keep cutting away from the shot that was driven straight into Tato Sabia, which is why he went down. And no fingernails left for the final at this rate. Those South African fans, they've got a few days for those nails to grow back, I suppose, until the final on Sunday evening. It's not done and dusted yet. This will be the long throw from Okoro. In it comes. Knot of white shirts there. Not headed away yet. April. Trying to win the ball. The free kick's going to be hurriedly taken here by Nigeria. It's at the stage where everyone needs to come up for this one. What price the goalkeeper in the area getting on the end of this free kick? It's in a dangerous area, that's for certain. Fletcher Lowe organising his... well, I hesitate to call it a wall. It's one man. Just organising him to make sure it can't be just smashed into the near post. Maximum concentration, everyone back in the box to defend this for South Africa. Not everyone, but most, nearly everyone forward here for Nigeria. The ball comes in and it's flicked just past the upright. What is Smith? Lowe gets a touch on that, I wonder. In the corner, taken quickly, Benjamin turns on the edge of the area, fires it in, but there's no one there at the near post. Hacked away by South Africa. A minute and a half left to go here for Amajita. Nigeria have to go all the way back to Jakob. He smacks it long. The South African defence all deeper than that as well. They need to push out a little bit here, South Africa, otherwise they're just going to end up hemmed into their own area for the end of this game. Ayuma now. Oh, lovely skills from Ayuma. Now stands the ball up to the back post, headed back across goal, headed out by Sabia. Bemei. There'll be a goal kick. And rightly so. Clearly comes off Bemei. Rather than claiming a corner that isn't, they should really rather try and get on with the game here, Nigeria. Time swiftly running out. Just over 30 seconds, maybe a few seconds added to those 4 minutes, but not much more. April beaten in the air by Chukwu. Stabs the ball back to Jakob. This has just got to go forwards now for Nigeria. No time for niceties. Ball comes forward, headed away by Smith. Missed in the air by Kakana. That was a heavy touch, to say the least, from Rickson. Now the ball goes long again, but it's too late. And South Africa, remarkably, have won the first of the semi-finals of this year's Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. They're back in the final after a gap of 28 years. The goal scorer in your camera there, Tylon Smith. Substitute keeper Aya Yakup for Nigeria, caught in no man's land as the ball was lofted into the area. Smith nodding the ball into the empty net. And that the difference between the two sides. Nigeria very much on top for the majority of that game. Certainly the first half and a good chunk of the second half as well. And the Flying Eagles, well, they are shattered. They've had their wings clipped here. South Africa may not have been the better side out there, but they found a way of getting it done. And unsurprisingly, there is your man of the match, the man of the moment, the man with the goal, Tylon Smith.
I just want to thank God for this amazing.
Hello! Everyone's on Dubizzle property. Are you?